Hey guys, I'm here at Pikes Peak International Motorcycles for their International Female Ride Day. I'm going to document the day and how great it is to be a female biker. But first, I'm going to go tell you about Indian Motorcycles, the oldest motorcycle company in the United States today. Stay tuned.
I'm Biker Gal. You are?
My name's Carol. I'm in Pikes Peak Indian Motorcycle.
Okay. So can you tell me about why it's so great to be a female biker in this day and age?
I think it's just such a male-dominated industry, which it always has been, and I just think it's so cool that women are kind of rallies. And more women every year hopping on bikes, and I see a lot more women out on the roads. A lot of sport bike girls, but maybe for poor baggers soon. But I don't know, I just think it's nice that women are able to just get on their own bike and kind of be more independent instead of riding on the back of somebody else's, and I think that's kind of just where we're headed. I think women really enjoy it too.
Yeah, so can you give a shout out to any of my viewers that are beginner bikers that are a little nervous about being involved and go into these rallies dominated by men?
Yeah, I mean, you really just gotta have confidence, like, you can't go into something being nervous, you know, you just gotta do it for fun because it's what you love and that's what you enjoy doing. And that kind of has to be the reason you're not going, because you're trying to hover around with fear of weight. No, scared stuff.
Okay, cool. How do men treat you as a biker?
I mean, for the most part, I get a lot of respect. I definitely don't think that a lot of men, like, expect me to hop on some of the bigger bikes. I think they, like, are gonna go, like, for instance, they go to move it themselves, and then they're like surprised to see that I can make a bike for them, and I think they gain a lot of confidence in me as a salesperson. He can't actually ride bikes, so.
Okay, great. So give us a background. I understand Indian Motorcycles is the oldest American motorcycle brand, as it was established in 1901. Harley was established in 1903, so we beat Harley. So can you give us a little bit of a background on its history, kind of a brief background?
Yeah, so Indian actually supplied a lot of the bikes for the wars, which Harley ended up doing after. And it's kind of gone through a couple different ownerships since then. It's been picked up by a couple different companies. Most recently, Polaris has just come out with a bunch of new technology and suspension. Safety features. They've really kind of killed the game that's going on right now between, you know, the Harleys and Indians. Nothing against Harley, but NEC definitely doing some right things.
Yeah. Which one do you think is better, Harley or Indian?
Indian.
But there's nothing wrong with Harleys.
Yeah, there's nothing wrong with Harleys. If you ride them side by side, I mean, you can feel the difference. So.
Okay, so over the last 15-20 years, motorcycles have been pretty cut and dry, and they've been kind of behind the times. As a matter of fact, in 2008, the EPA forced out the use of carburetors, and now it had to be fuel injection for EPA regulations and pollution. Mine's a carb bike, but grandfathered it. Yes. But the biggest complaint over the years was bikes were nowhere near as advanced as they should be compared to cars. So how has Indian improved that technology?
So Indian, you know, we've got on the bigger bikes a full 7-inch touchscreen, and then on the smaller bikes it has a 4-inch touchscreen that has all the capabilities of like a touring motorcycle. So even if you get a Scout, you have the capabilities of, you know, the satellite-based navigation, the 3 different ride modes that the bigger bikes have. You can link up your Bluetooth with your mic, and so you don't have to, you know, be on your phone. You can just kind of plug and play, and it's really integrated. A lot of the the smaller bikes have cruise control now. You can add music to the smaller bikes. And then as far as suspension and everything goes, a lot of them come, like the performance bikes come with inverted forks already, Fox suspension. You've got power band audio that has underglow, surround sound, electronic suspension in some of the bigger bikes. I mean, you've pretty much got it all. You've got the rider assist where you can see what's going on around you on your bike. And there's a bike hold control where your bike doesn't go backwards when you're on a hill. And then there's also a new sensor that comes out in each 25s, where if somebody is too close to your rear, it will notify you on your screen, and it will also flash your brake lights for whoever's behind you to give you a little bit more visibility.
Yeah, we hate us tailgaters don't enjoy it. We hate them. They need to get off our tails.
Yeah.
Okay, would you like to show us, say, for a brand new biker, what would you bike you recommend?
It kind of just depends on your size and what you're comfortable with. I think that for a lot of smaller folks, the Scouts are going to be a great place to start. They're very popular and they're very powerful actually for a bike that size. And I think some people even get intimidated by that. Yeah. But everything is controlled by your throttle and your clutch, so you control everything that happens with your bike. I don't feel like you shouldn't be scared of a bike for being too much, because it'll give you room to grow into, and you won't, grow out of it so quickly like you would like a 300 or something.
Yeah, I totally agree. And what is your pride and joy?
My pride and joy is like,
yeah, here at the Indian Cyclist. What y'all's pride and joy here?
Probably the Elites or the Jack Daniels editions. They're all the numbered bikes, but we also do a lot of custom work out here. So right now we've had a Springfield that we're working on. We've built and tuned Challengers. We built two Chieftains, Elites. We've done it all. So we've seen a lot of cool customer projects come on here.
That's awesome. Well, thank you.
Yeah.
I appreciate it.
Thank you.
And let's get back to the event.
Awesome.
In America, there are only two motorcycle brands, Harley-Davidson and Indian motorcycles. While Harley keeps the true classic nostalgia feel, Indian has really amped up their tech by maintaining the cruiser classic with a modern day feel. Out of the two, I think Indian is on the road of becoming the new American motorcycle company.
Okay, tell us, what's it like for being a female biker?
Well, I love it. The freedom of just getting out and riding and cleaning my head, getting all these thoughts in my head out, so I figure out everything. I love music, so I love jamming down to music when I'm out there riding and praising the Lord. I love it.
Okay. Now, obviously, you're a woman riding a big old Indian. So, it's a bagger. Let me pull this out so we can kind of get a better view.
So, I love it. It's you.
So, what would you say to women who are a little discouraged, who may be a little discouraged about riding big bikes?
Well, you take the course. I mean, if you take the course, they teach you on such a small bike, so it seems like you feel like, I need to get to know this better. But if I would have just gotten on a bigger bike right away, I think I would have been happier, because I ended up on a smaller bike, and then a year later, I moved on to a Badger. So I should have just started on a bigger bike.
Oh, hey, cool. So, can you give a shout out to all of my beginner riders that are watching this channel and get them more involved?
Let's see, you just gotta get out there and ride as much as you can, and you're gonna come across all these obstacles that they teach you about in the forest, and it is gonna happen. Different things are gonna come up, and you have to be on the defense all the time. So you have to be a defensive rider. So, and that makes the best riders.
Yeah, it does. I agree. So, okay. Thanks a lot. All right. Let's get on the rim. There you go.
When I came to this event, I knew that this was hosted by Indian motorcycles, and it would be primarily dominated by Indian bikes. Since I was riding a metric, I wasn't entirely certain if I would be accepted. As a matter of fact, there were all different makes and models of bikes. Yeah. Even a couple of GS riders showed up. Hey. But they accepted me, and several were impressed that I was riding a 22-year-old bike, and they welcomed me with open arms.
Happy International Female Ride Day. Get out there and ride. Shout out to my
bikers.
All right, sir. What do you, why is it important for women to be a part of motorcycling?
Well, I think it's very important because this is not just a men's venue, if you will. And we're seeing it over the years. I've been involved in my dealerships was on 20 years, and each year it seems that segment is growing, which I think is fantastic. We've seen their growth just explode recently within the last 4 or 5 years. So it's refreshing to see it. It's fun to watch them on the road enjoying the same things that we all do, especially riding in Colorado.
Yeah, and we got those beautiful mountains we can go to that some people don't have access to. I love that about it. So can you give a shout out to all my YouTubers that are beginner female riders to keep going and no quit?
Yes, don't give up. You start on those small bikes, before you know it, you're going to be on a much larger bike. Just ride safe, but don't stop riding. You're going to enjoy it more and more each time you go out.
Awesome.
At this event, they even revealed a custom female-themed bike.
Yes, we're doing a special bike, and I love it. That's all I can say. I just love it. And just so you guys know, this bike isn't just a show bike. It is available to buy, so if you're like, I have to have it, you can have it. Right, Tito?
Yes.
So I told Tito that I didn't want it like overly girly, but just to have like that woman touch, but doesn't just, I don't know how to explain it. But anyway, so we put our efforts together to come up with this color combo, and we're excited. Let's go. They didn't want anyone to get to it. Here we go. Ta-da!
Now on to the main event, the group ride. We start out with some basic instructions and then we fire up our machines. Being a biker means more than riding a motorcycle. It means being a part of a family that doesn't judge you on who you are, whether it be race, gender, religion, or political affiliation. It just doesn't matter. You will hear Harley banter with Indians, cruisers with sporties, the GS riders parked at Starbucks, and everyone picks on the poor scooters. But at the end of the day, it doesn't matter what you ride, as long as you are riding. It is the only community I have been a part of where women are truly equal to men. Men may be surprised at a woman riding instead of being a passenger, but we are quickly respected as the same. If you are in trouble, a biker has your back, even a stranger. You need support? Bike rallies are always there to make your day better. There is nothing else like it. So what are you waiting on? Get out there and ride. And ride safe, guys.